Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today I'm going to show you this DeWalt string trimmer. So this is a brushless motor, 60 volt FlexVolt, so it's the cordless one, and you do have to have the FlexVolt battery. This one came with the FlexVolt battery included with the charger as well. Has a 15-inch diameter for the cutting area, and this also has the quick load spool, which is really nice. I'll show you at the end of the video how that works. And this being the 60 volt battery, you can use your 60 volt battery on all your other 20 volt tools. However, your FlexVolt tool here will not accept a 20 volt battery, so that's not enough power to power it. And so, but the battery that this comes with will operate all the 20 volt ones. So here's our model number, and we're going to be referring to the owner's operator manual, and it's your responsibility to go through this and be safe. We're just showing you kind of the overview here. As I hit the power fuel gauge, this is how it comes. It needs to be charged, and it is a 9 amp hour battery, so that's a pretty big battery. It actually weighs 3.5 pounds. It's also a lithium ion, which is a great quality battery. I like the FlexVolt ones a lot, and they even have the little red cover. And I'll put a link in the video description that covers more information on the FlexVolt batteries, charge time comparisons, and everything like that. There's a lot of other videos that I have on it, so check the video description. The charger that they give you for your FlexVolt battery is the DCB115, and so that's one of the bigger ones that they offer. I also have the smaller ones here for the non-XR batteries, the DCB107. I have the DCB113 as well, and they just get a little bit bigger and charge a little bit faster. The DCB115 again is the one that they give you, so check the video description where I did a charge comparison and the times. I also have the fast charger, which is what I decided to charge it with today, and it did it in less than probably 2 hours easy. So with the FlexVolt batteries, there are a few things to know. You want to have that red cover on it when transporting, since it is a high voltage battery. And so it just pops right off. It's just a little cover for it. Now with the FlexVolt batteries compared to the regular ones, I'm going to show you something that's really important. And that is the regular batteries that are not FlexVolt will not fit inside of the 60 volt tool. It's not enough power to operate them. So if you look at the other batteries, there are notches in the slide here. So you'll see here, if I try to put this 20 volt battery into our 60 volt tool, it will not fit. So anyway, there's just usually some confusion on that, because you would think that it would be the 60 volt battery that would be too powerful for the 20 volt tools, but it's kind of the opposite. So they just want to make sure you have enough power to operate the tool properly. So it just pushes right in and clicks in. Now assembling it, it was very easy. All we have to do is open it up, take it out of the plastic. There was a little zip tie here that was keeping it together. So we'll just go ahead and cut that. So now we have the cable that's coming through here on the post, and so on the post you see that little hole. We're just going to line it up with the little knob here that's sticking through the side. So we'll line it up, and as we push it down in here, we just pull outward on the little tab, and that allows the shaft to go down in there, and then we'll just release it to go into the hole. So it's very easy to put in, just locks right into place. Pull it out, let it lock into place. And then we'll flip it around and just tighten it down with the little screw here on the side. Now, one of my favorite parts is how you can configure the handle, so we'll do that. The battery is not in right now, so make sure you don't have power to it as we're fooling around with it here. So we're going to go ahead and take the handle off, and so all we have to do is take off these 4 little bolts here. And so this is going to be with an Allen. A 4mm Allen is the size that we're going to use. And so we'll just loosen those up. And when we take out all 4 of them, we can now separate the top piece from the bottom. Just lift up on the handle here, jiggle it loose. So it just comes apart. And what I'm going to do is take this and reinstall it on the other side of the little mount here. And the reason why is I want to use this more as like a trimmer for cutting the grass, for edging. So we're just going to line this back up and tighten it down. As you can see now, I have a lot better reach for it. Make sure you have the proper safety glasses, of course. You should be wearing pants too. And we're going to look at our trimmer line here. There's just some tape. So it comes preloaded, which is really nice. Just take the tape off. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how to load up new trimmer line. Okay, so now we're ready to install our FlexVolt battery. So again, we're just gonna line it up and just slide it right down in here and push it till it clicks. And we're gonna check our fuel gauge here, just push the button, we have our full charge. So first we'll talk about the variable speed trigger. So you have a selector switch here for high and low. So you can just move that back and forth for high or low speed. And then the top one with my thumb was the safety. And then now with my index finger, I'm pulling the trigger, and you can see it's variable speed, which is really nice. Now I'll just turn it on high. So now we'll get into some edging with it, and it was working really well. As you can see how tall it is compared to me, I'm 6 foot even, so it's 2 inches bigger than I am. The weight of it, it's actually heavier than a gas-powered one. So this one came in at 12.6 pounds. Without the battery, it's only 9 pounds. And so when you need more line, it's very easy. You just tap it on the ground while it's running, just at a slower speed, and it definitely spit more out. And so what's really nice is it has this little bracket here that will cut the excess trimmer line off. So if you hit it against the ground and more comes out, it will trim it to its own length just by giving it some power. So as you can see here, I already snapped a small piece of it off just by giving it power. And so that's kind of a nice feature. So you don't have to get some cutters out if it comes out too long. Now, just to give you a comparison to a gas trimmer, it actually weighs about 1.4 pounds more than the gas trimmer, and in length you can see, and this would vary by model of course, but the DeWalt's coming in at 74 inches, which is pretty long for one of these. Luckily I'm 6 feet tall, so I can kind of keep it off the ground. Okay, next we're going to talk about the process for adding trimmer lines. So we're going to remove the battery and make sure it has no power. That's the first thing to do. And then on the side, what we're going to look for is this little arrow that I'm pointing at here needs to line up with the hole under it. And so the part with the arrow does ratchet and move, so they do turn independently. So you want to make sure that those are together. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to remove this. It's not necessary, but I want to show you what it looks like inside and why we're doing what we're doing. So there's 2 places that you can push. And so we're going to go ahead and push here and put a screwdriver in just to pop this up. That really helps because it's in there pretty tight. And that will loosen up one side. Then we're going to spin it over and do the same thing. Insert our screwdriver just to give it a little bit of help coming out here. And we're going to pop this open. So mine already has the trimmer line in it as it comes. So you don't have to add it when you first buy it. But I'm going to remove it here and then show you the process of threading it, because it does have a specific process so that it will auto feed, especially when you tap it on the ground like we showed. So I'll go ahead and remove this trimmer line. So as we remove the cap, again, this is just so you can see what's inside. We can see that the base moves independently from the other one. And so if you look, there is a little tunnel. So this hole right here is a little tunnel that goes through it. And so what we need to do is move the silver hole to line up with that tunnel. So as you see, that little arrow that we pointed out earlier, when that's lined up, it should have that tunnel going in a straight line. So we'll feed one side of our trimmer line through the metal hole and then through that tunnel. So it's going to go all the way through and then come out the other side. So this is what it looks like going in the silver eyelet and then through the tunnel. And you can do this with the cap on. We're just showing you what it looks like without it. And then it comes out the opposite side. So once you have it coming out the opposite side, we're going to pull both of these ends until they're even. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the cap since it's not necessary to be off anymore, just to show you here. So we'll click this into place, but now we're going to pull this trimmer line out, and we're going to go ahead and pull it until it's level on both sides. Now the manual says don't use any more than 25 feet of string at a time. Okay, so we have both ends level on this side, and going back to the machine, we have it looped in there so both of the ends are even. So now we're going to come through. I like to pull this and just kind of put it either under my foot or between my legs just to kind of hold it in place. And now what I'm doing is I'm rotating with my right hand while holding the base still with my left hand. Okay, or just go in opposite directions. And so this ratcheting motion is binding up the string on the inside, and it's keeping it separate so that when you tap it on the ground, as it's being operated in a slow motion, it will push the string out. So just keep ratcheting until it feeds in. And so this will wind it up until you're at your good length here. You can cut the excess off, or again, just give it some gas when it's operating, and the little shield here will cut it itself. And so it'll auto trim it to that little section there. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please check the video description where I have more videos like this, and I have playlists, links in the description where you can purchase these and all that. So as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks, guys.